Have you ever struggled to finish a knitting or crochet project? Has learning new techniques felt impossible, or has getting in the moment help with your specific question, or maybe getting help with the specific mistake you made, felt impossible? Or maybe you're looking for a way to tap more deeply into your own creativity and wake up your inner artist and connect with other knitters and crocheters who love to make things as much as you do. If you said yes to any of those, if this is you, I totally get it and have felt all of these struggles firsthand myself. So my name is Amy Small, and I am the owner and founder of a business called Collage that I started 15 and a half years ago, where I design unique hand-spun yarns and knitting patterns. I also teach knitting and crochet online. So over the past 15 years that we've been in business, I have taught students from all over the world how to do the simplest, most basic stitches like the single crochet and the knit and the purl stitch, to more complex techniques like how to steek a sweater, how to read a chart, how to do entrelac, and so much more. Along the way, these makers have finished with beautiful pieces that they love and wear with pride. And the entire time they did this and they went through this journey, they strengthened their technical skills, they learned new things, they leaned more deeply into their own creativity, and they developed a consistent making practice that helps bring more joy and calm into their lives, just to name a few. But as you can imagine, this is not how it was when I started out in knitting. In fact, it was ugly, and it's a big reason of why we do what we do here at Knit Collage today. So when I just started out, I had learned to knit, then I decided I was gonna make a sweater, and I had spent all this money on the yarn, and it never became anything because I had lost all of that good cast-on mojo that I had in the beginning, and I was completely stumped on how to do the techniques. So that sweater became nothing more than a languishing whip stashed away in my closet. And instead of feeling triumphant and like, I made this, I felt completely discouraged. I didn't know where to get help. I didn't know how to learn new techniques, the best place to learn them, and I didn't have any support in the moment help to help me when I needed it, when I made mistakes. It was not a good thing. Also, as a kid, I was super creative. I wonder if you can relate. I used Mod Podge. That was my thing, and I collaged everything. Coffee tables, suitcases, lamps. There was nothing that I didn't Mod Podge. As a kid, I got into making my own clothes and customizing jeans, or more as a teenager, and I loved doing that too. But through years of just growing up in the world, I felt that much of my creativity had been stamped out of me. Part of it was just me trying to fit into our cookie cutter world that celebrates sameness. And part of it was me running myself into the ground with all of my adult responsibilities, being a working parent, trying to get my business off the ground. I had lost touch with that authentic self and that creative kid I used to be, and my confidence suffered because of it. So have you heard this quote from Picasso? I love this. Every child is an artist. The problem is how to remain an artist when we grow up. This was me. Even though I didn't know it at the time, I was looking for a way to return to that freer, boundlessly creative kid that I used to be. So life is super busy. Slowing down is not easy, especially with a phone at arm's reach or on our body at any time. I filled my days with work and huge to-do lists, and most days it felt impossible for me to do anything for myself. Even though I had this strong feeling inside that if I took better care of myself, I would show up differently and better for all the people around me that depended on me as friend, mom, coworker. It was an ugly place. That's where I was. The last thing is that I craved a way to connect with other makers, especially as I started to really get into knitting and crochet. I wanted to geek out about all the nitty-gritty details, and I wanted the experience to just be more fun and motivating. I wanted to share the things I made in my creative, authentic self with other like-minded people, but I didn't know how to find them, and I certainly didn't know that they were even out there. So after years of all these struggles, knitting by myself, lots of unfinished projects that never became anything, and then later on, when I started my business, loads of customer input, I came up with a unique version of a knit-along. Our knit-alongs shatter these pitfalls and creative ruts that we sometimes get ourselves into and help create a nurturing, supportive environment for your inner artist to learn and grow in. It's a safe space to be yourself, whatever level of crafter you may be, and whatever your aesthetic, it's all welcome. Okay, so entertain me for a minute. Close your eyes and imagine this. Imagine a world where your knitting projects come to life with ease and where each stitch brings you an immense sense of joy and accomplishment. Imagine mastering new techniques that not only elevate your skills, but spark your creativity in ways that you never thought possible. And maybe the best part of all is that you won't be doing it alone. Along the way, you'll be finding your people. You'll be part of a vibrant community of like-minded makers who are eager to share their tips, share their guidance, cheer you on, and also celebrate your wins. You'll also be supported by expert coaches who are excited to guide you and help at every turn and every stitch. Together, we'll connect, learn, get help when needed, and grow. Our knit-alongs are all about transforming your knitting journey into a rewarding and stress-relieving practice that brings added joy, calm, confidence, and creativity to your life, just to name a few. The list goes on. Think less struggling with your stitches and more ease. Whether you're looking to cope with anxiety, wake up that inner artist I keep talking about, or simply find more time to knit, this is a big one. The Spring Knitalong experience is a perfect way to make one or all of those things happen. It's about fostering a self-care practice that helps you do you, so that you can show up for those who depend on you, like your family, your friends, your coworkers, whoever it might be, better. It's about creating a space where you can truly be yourself, whatever that means to you. You can express yourself creatively in any way that brings you joy and feels like you. So I already shared a little bit about who I am and what I do here at Knit Collage, but my big why goes deeper than just designing yarn and teaching knitting and crochet. At the heart of Knit Collage is this idea that it's not just about the yarn. Knitting and crochet are tools that we can use anytime to come back to that creative kid we used to be, our creative, authentic selves. And it's really powerful when we figure this out, that we can lean into it to come back to ourselves. This is a very powerful, huge thing. But there are so many other benefits to a deep knitting practice. It helps us feel more relaxed, peaceful, and confident too. I've spent the last 15 years perfecting my teaching style and exploring creative ways to make knitting not just a hobby, but a transformative community and coaching experience. I've taught thousands of makers how to knit with confidence, master new techniques, and truly enjoy the process along the way. So like I mentioned, less struggle, more ease. My journey has led me to create unique solutions that address the most common challenges knitters face, from staying motivated to finding time to knit to getting clear, awesome tutorials, and of course, finishing more projects. Over the years, I've encountered many knitters who have felt stuck, uninspired, or overwhelmed by their yarn and projects. And through our knit-along experience, my team and I have helped them with in-the-moment guidance with their specific projects and questions, and move them from WIP, work in progress, to beautiful FO, finished object. My approach is not about just teaching knitting techniques. It's about fostering an experience that nurtures your creativity, brings you back to that inner artist, and helps you develop that consistent making practice that reduces stress, brings about creativity, more patience, and confidence, all those benefits. I've had the joy of witnessing these transformations from community members who once struggled firsthand, and it is incredible to see them rocking their projects and eager to cast on new ones. It's so cool. I'm excited to share this with you and for you to elevate your own knitting experience with our knit-along. So, have you ever struggled to finish a project? Maybe you've started your knitting project, but you haven't finished. This happens all the time in our world. Life gets really busy and it ends up in the unfinished pile. Maybe you don't have time to knit. It's just really hard to eke out some minutes every single day to get to it. Knitting, while incredibly fulfilling, can sometimes feel like an uphill battle, especially if you're learning a new technique that's really tricky, or if you made a mistake and you don't know how to fix it. Also, when we have to rip out and start over, that can keep us from progressing and finishing that project. So if you have been there, and I think most of us have, I totally get it. It happens to all of us. So together in our knit-along experience, within the framework I've designed, we set you up for total success. We just build it in, we bake it into the bones of this experience. So together in this knit-along, we will knit 8 designs together. And I'm going to go into those in a lot of detail in the next video. This is what is involved, high level. A set start and finish date. So we have a schedule that we knit these pieces together. You have an online course for each of those 8 designs where I teach you everything from getting started, your gauge swatch, the yarn, all the way through knitting that entire piece. It's all broken up into bite-sized chunks. So really easy for you to take in and consume. You're going to get expert in the moment help from our coaches and myself. Pia and Cheryl are our expert coaches on the team here. We have 2 to 3 Zooms a week where you can ask your questions, and you can also ask these in the community space within our app. Do not underestimate the power of the community to help you stay motivated and accountable. It's so huge. By setting small, manageable goals, you can integrate your knitting routine into your daily life without feeling overwhelmed. The key is consistency. It's not the amount of time you spend in one setting. And we've got cool habit trackers this time around to help you stay accountable. Check the box. Each day you get a couple rows in. Of course, big needles help make these projects go fast too. So we have a rough knitting schedule that you can follow if you'd like to. We've got optional accountability small groups that you can sign up for. We send you weekly prompts. It's like your small group within the bigger group. And then the entire experience is hosted within our brand new-ish, we just launched it in October, Knit Collage app. So everything is hosted in one place. It's absolutely incredible. Super easy to use. It's like Facebook without being Facebook. So you'll find the online courses there, the pattern, the community feed where we can all share and comment, give each other help, tips, all that. And also the event schedule. So you'll find the event schedule that you can sync to your own calendar, depending on which calendar platform you use. So it's all right there. All right, the last question I want to go over is, I prefer to knit alone. I don't see any value in community. So I completely get this because I'm a true introvert and I really cherish my solo time with an audiobook. However, I have never felt so seen and appreciated for who I really am, a crazy rainbow sweater loving person, than I have as being a part of this creative community from makers that are all around the world. I am so busy with my life, my kids, my business, that an online community where I can show up on Zoom from the comfort of my own home, it just fits really well into my life. So I would encourage you to join us. It doesn't mean you have to give up that solo knitting time. It just means that you have a built-in, baked-in support system if you need advice, if you want to be inspired, if you simply want to share what lights you up with people that totally speak the same language. So feel free to opt in or not. It's completely up to you. So I'm so excited to share more about the upcoming knit-along in my next video, where I'm going to dive deeper into each of the designs. This is one of them, but we've got 7 more. We're going to talk a little bit about how our yarns are made, what my teaching videos look like, and some of the special events that I have in store, because we always do a few special events centered around creativity, waking up your inner artist, and then this idea of really slowing down and not rushing the that knitting and crochet process. We're also going to hear from some amazing people who have experienced these transformations firsthand and started from very beginner stages and finished with projects that are just show-stopping. Their stories will inspire you and show you that no matter where you are on your knitting journey, incredible growth and accomplishment is completely within your reach. So stay tuned for that video where we'll explore their videos, the winning knit-along designs, which I can't wait to share more about, and what we'll be learning through each of these designs too as we go through them. So I would love to encourage you to take one small but important step. Think about what aspects of your knitting journey that you most want to improve. Is it learning new techniques? Is it finding more time to knit? Is it connecting with a supportive community? Whatever it is, take a moment to reflect on this, and I invite you to leave a comment below and just share that insight with me. What would you most look forward to as part of being part of this knit along? Let's hear it. I can't wait. I'm so excited. And if you have any additional questions, drop them below. I'll make sure to get back to you, or any specific challenges you're facing, let me know below. I'm so excited and I can't wait to dive really deeply into the designs, the yarn, and the teaching in the next video. Thank you so much. Bye.